Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, October 17th, 2024, and my name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I use stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools to teach you how to make cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time or you're coming back, thank you very much. Lots of people here already. Pam, good morning. Happy day to you. Pam and Tyra over on YouTube. Good morning and good morning to everybody. Tyra says. Lori, good morning in Minnesota, liked and shared. Linda Mansky, chilly morning in Mansfield. Exactly. Here in Texas, it's 40. Well, here where I am in Texas. 48 degrees right now, very chilly, and but we're getting up to 70 today, and we'll be back to 80 by Saturday when I have my class. But anyway, good morning, Linda, and then Hilda, good morning. Lori, 49, but going to be 70 exactly. I forgot what state you're in, Lori. Robin, good morning, sunshine to you. Diane, good morning, and thanks for sharing. And Cindy, good morning. All right, so as you guys come on the video, please feel free to say hi, make a comment, whatever, even on replay, and that's going to get you entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today, 3, with these 2 bundles or stamp sets. So Playful Ghosts and Autumn Expressions, which is a bundle. So I will be making 3 cards using those, 2 Halloween and 1 fall, and you can be entered to win those cards by commenting on the video. Even on replay, I'm going to write myself a note. Just thought of something. Okay, so let me jot this down. I'm jotting down lots of sticky notes to myself this morning. I thought of something else I forgot to do right before this video started. Somebody, I owe an email back. If you're watching, you might be like, is she ever going to reply? Yeah, I got distracted and forgot. Anyway, good morning, everybody. So make a comment, say hi, say anything you want, and that will get you entered to win those cards, even on replay, even on YouTube, even on Facebook, even in YouTube comments. All the stuff counts. If you share the video, like who already did, I forgot now. Oh my good morning. Diana shared the video. Lori shared. And maybe other people, but I won't know unless you comment that you shared like they did. So comment that you shared and you'll get entered a second time to have a chance to win the cards. Okay, so Carol, good morning in Greensboro, Maryland, Eastern Shore. Woo. Tina, good morning. Jennifer and everyone. Love the emojis there. Tina, let me show those because they're cute. Little wave and butterflies. Tyra liked and shared. Woo, thank you. Mary Jo, good morning. Landa, good morning. All right, so let me remind you, on YouTube later today, I will add timestamps in the video description. So down here in YouTube is the video description. If you click more or show more, it opens up all the stuff I've typed in there for you, lots of links and information, etc. And later today, I will also add timestamps, and that allows you to skip around to the section of the video you want. You can go straight to card 1, card 2, specials, upcoming events, whatever it is. That's on replay only, obviously, and I manually add that. Oh, and tomorrow I will add a link right here that will take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. And that's like a hub where you can go to see, first of all, the pictures from all my videos, like the cards or projects. You can click on all the links at the top, events, join my team, clubs, etc. And you can learn all the info there. There's ordering links. There's my ordering special. There is links to my other social medias. All the stuff is there in the blog. And of course, my email. The only thing that's not there, I mean, there might be other stuff, but the main thing that's not there is usually, what do you call it? Links to events due to Stampin' Up! Policy. So if you're not on my email mailing list, make sure you join it. The link is there right now in YouTube. I mean, in Facebook up here and in YouTube down here. You can join that email list right now And that's how I can send you the links. You can also ask me for the links. I can send them to you directly through Messenger, text, all the stuff. Okay. So speaking of links to events, upcoming events, let's talk about that. I do this as a full-time business. My name's Jennifer Cotton. I usually reintroduce myself. I think I forgot. Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator 22 years. Next month, November, will be 23 years since I joined Stampin' Up! To try to make a couple of extra dollars and get out of the house. I had an 8-month-old baby, and I was staying at home, which was good. Nothing wrong with that, but it gets boring pretty quick. One child, me home, bored. And we could have used a little extra money. So I wanted to start a little side business, and I researched a bunch of stuff. I had all these genius ideas of kind of like home party type stuff, even though I knew nothing about these kind of businesses. I had been to maybe a couple of home parties ever, and none were crafting related. At the same time, I got into stamping, but not like this. I'm not creative nor crafty. I'm not creative in a crafty way. Anyway, I don't have skills like that. I can't sew, I can't knit, I can't crochet, I can't paint, I can't draw. You can barely read my handwriting. So however, at that time, I was being invited to a lot of parties, like birthday parties, I should say, not home parties, where you need a card to go with a gift. And so I thought I was so smart, like I'll just make my own cards. And so I was going to all the craft stores, Hobby Lobby, all of them, and buying little pre-made card bases that are about as thick as this printer paper, and stamps and ink. Half the ink pads, literally, I'm not saying this, it's true. They were dried out when I bought them, but I didn't know any better. So I just pushed really hard and stamped it. And anyway, again, my skills. So I would stamp like happy birthday here and a butterfly or a dragonfly. I remember this wood dragonfly stamp I had right here. And I was like, I am a genius. Because I always would forget to buy the cards. That was the whole problem. And I'm like, if I had the stuff at home, I could just make the card. Also, I wanted to scrapbook my 8-month-old Isabel, who's 23 now. Anyway, long story short, I had an idea. I was researching all this different stuff, literally parties in a box. That was a thing back then. People probably still do that. All these things where I could start my own business. And I had the idea, I'll start a business where I can sell stamps to people in their homes, just like Mary Kay or Creative Memories. Those were about the two, and Avon. Those were about the 3 businesses I was aware of at the time that did those home party things. So I get on the internet and I'm researching home party businesses. I end up on a website that lists all the home party businesses that exist in the world, which there's like a million. And I saw the name Stampin' Up! And I was like, I wonder if that's rubber stamps. So I clicked on it and it went to their website, and I was like, oh, somebody been doing this for 15 years already? Very interesting. Good to know. Let me go to their website. Well, I was on their website. Let me call this 1-800 number, because this was 22.11 years ago. They had a website. There was no pictures or anything. It just said like Stampin' Up! Business this long, whatever, like a little thing about them, a paragraph. Anyway, so I called their number. They referred me to a demonstrator that lived near me. I called her immediately. This all happened in one day. I said, I would like to come to your house and get what I need to join Stampin' Up! And she was in shock, and she was brand new, come to find out, like just a couple months demonstrator, didn't know what to do. She called Stampin' Up! They told her, okay, print out this form. Or maybe back then, I think she probably had printed forms that came in the starter kit. Anyway, give her this paper, give her a catalog, blah, blah, blah. She did. I went home. I looked at it. I didn't question it. It took me 2 days to fill it out and figure out what I wanted in my kit. Back then you could pick like 5 stamp sets, blank ink pads. I don't remember the numbers, but it was like a quantity of products. Anyway, so it took me a few days to figure that out. And I joined Stampin' Up! And that's history. So I wasn't intending to tell that story today, but for some reason that came out. that's how I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And my intention, because I was painfully shy, but I was like, I really want to do this. So my intention was to make a few extra dollars and be able to get out of the house and have some adult time, basically. And it turned into a whole thing, and people did lots of parties, and I did craft fairs and stuff to meet these people. Oma, I just saw her comment, first customer, and I'm still here, 100% correct. I did my own home first party. Then at that party, my cousin and my second cousin and my aunt agreed to do a party for me to help me out. And at my second cousin's party, I met Oma. And Arlene is my second cousin. She has passed away. She was an awesome lady. She was more like an aunt to me. But anyway, I met Oma, and she like I didn't know anything about direct sales. And so she contacted me, I don't know, 1 week, 2 week, a month later, and was like, I need to order blank. And I'm like I'm telling Scott, like, a person contacted me, they want to reorder something. And then I used to consult, I'm sure Oma remembers this, her for everything. Like, hey, do you think I could do a card class? Do you think, would you come? And she would say, yes, this would be a good day. This would be a good price. Anyway, it all started from there. So thank you, Robin. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. It's crazy. And I'm still a shy person, but I was painfully shy back then. It was a whole thing. I can tell y'all more if you want to know more at a different time about how I got over the shyness and stuff. But anyway, let me go back on these comments. Mary Jo, good morning. Sue, good morning. Looking forward to today. Focus on something while working. Love it, Sue. Carmen, good morning. Dee, good morning. Pam, good morning. Linda, good morning. So Kitty Helper is on her table. I'll bring her over, but she probably isn't gonna like it. Hopefully I won't start a thing. She's very tired right now. She was not asleep, but relaxing over there on her little table. Britty, say hi. Her heart's beating really fast right now. Okay, we'll see how long she stays. This is Britty. This is who Linda was asking about, my little kitty helper. Yeah, she wants down. Okay, that's fine. Julie, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Kylie, good morning. Corinne, thanks for sharing. Good morning. Debbie, good morning. Loving this cool Texas weather. Yes, me too. I can finally wear jeans because I get so hot now. Thank you, Tyra. Britt, exactly. That's Britt. And Margaret, good morning. Thank you, Tyra. Yes, Linda, sweet baby. Okay, enough about me. Events. Since that's what led me into that story. Since I do this as a full-time business now, and I have for like 20 years, I offer lots of events that anyone can take all around the US. I used to be only in person, but now I do the to-go kits. And so all of my events are offered to go, but some are still in person here in Texas. All the events are going to include a PDF tutorial. That's the one anyone in the world can take. But per Stampin' Up! Policy, you have to live in the US to take my class packets. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated. You may need to own the featured bundle dies and die cut that part yourself. It'll be stated in the registration, if so. You cut your own designer paper or kit components if they're included in the fee. And like I said, you can get the tutorials anywhere in the world. Class anywhere in the US. Sorry. I'm reading a comment. That's why I can't read one thing and say another thing at the same time. Jeannie is saying, what a cutie about Britty. Yeah, she is a big cat, Lori. I don't know if she's a certain breed. I got her from the shelter, and they said she was like a person, I assume a lady, but a person got a bunch of kittens out of a field and brought them in. So she was feral. She started out feral, just like Yucky did as well. And anyway, but I think she looks like a little bit like a Maine Coon, but not like full blood. Otherwise, I don't know what breed she is. Okay, so I offer 4 classes every month without fail: card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack, and card. What did I say? Card, scrapbook, Stamp-A-Stack, and sampler. These are offered in person on the same day, same time every month, which this month is this Saturday, October 19th. In DeSoto, it's like a come and go time period. So some people take 1, some people take 2, some 3, and some all 4 classes. This month, I'm actually offering 5 classes. There's a bonus class, but anyway. So, but of course, all these you can take to go as well. When you take it to go, you provide your own stamps and ink and everything, obviously. Card and scrapbook are $20 or free with a $20 order. And card, I have 2 packets left only, and scrapbook is sold out. It's 4 cards for 20 or 3 12 by 12 pages for 20, just FYI. The pages I think turned out really cute. Are they over there? If they're not here, yeah, they're not. They're somewhere else in this room because I'm typing tutorials today. So I'm not going to show them, but they're cute. Anyway, if you want scrapbook pages, you can sign up for that next month. The cards I'm going to make on today's video. I'm making 3 of the 4 cards. The 4th card is with Landa, but anyway, I'm going to use Autumn Expressions bundle for 2 and Playful Ghost for 2. So I'm going to make 3 of those cards today. 2 packets left. Sampler is sold out. So Sampler is a club you can join, or you can take the single class every month. So it's sold out, but I want to tell you about it anyway, so you can sign up next month. It's $37 for non-club members, $35 for club members. It includes over $20 in merchandise, and we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You stamp and assemble. And of course, if you're local, you can use my stuff at the class. So that's what Sampler is. This month we're using the Changing Leaves bundle, and I did add 1 stamp set for the words that's not changing leaves. But anyway, I want to show y'all this one because I'm really proud of this one. It's sold out though. I had a couple extra, but they sold. This is the sampler. Sorry for all the lights. So it's like a framed hanging wreath. I'm really proud of it. If you want the tutorial, you can buy it. My team gets it free, of course. But that is our sampler for this month. So my club members get it for only $35. They can cancel anytime. After 6 consecutive months, they get a free gift from me. And monthly, they get an occasional, almost every month, they get a gift from me. But I don't promise and guarantee that. This month, we almost had no gift because we all busy. But Karen worked it out. I told Karen, I'm going to order this as the gift this month. It's quick and easy. We don't need to wrap it. And of course, Karen said, no, we need to decorate this. And she made them so cute. So all my club members are getting a little gift this month. But I don't guarantee that every month. Then after the 6 consecutive months, of course, you get a gift from me. You can cancel anytime. It's cheaper. It's win-win. So I have Sampler Club and Stamp-A-Stack Club. But before I move on to Stamp-A-Stack Club, which those cards, I can go pull them real quick. Anyway, I'm also offering a Halloween sampler this month, and it's an add-on, so it's $37. Of course, there's shipping if you need shipping on club or these classes. But the beauty of this month 5 classes is you pay 1 shipping, whether you take 1 class or all 5. Okay, here's my Halloween sampler. If you want to sign up, I have 2 spots left. 2 spots. I think it's super cute. It's the Potions and Spells bundle. That's what you'll need if you do it at home. You can come in person as well. Here it is, Potions and Spells. That's the bundle. I mean, that's the sampler that's an add-on this month. Okay, how are we doing? Sarah, good morning. Able to be here live. Woohoo. Lori, no problem. Thank you, Lori. Yes, PDF can be purchased for sampler, Lori. Real quick about my PDFs. So I have figured out a way to do my PDF store again. There's a link to it now on my blog, stamptherapist.com, but I only have 1 PDF there right now. So I am intending to add all of the ones for this month. They're single, they're $15 each. The beauty of my 4 monthly classes is I offer all 4 tutorials, which this month will include 5, for $30. It's greatly discounted, but only if you register during my class registration period, which will end Friday, tomorrow. So you can wait until I post it on the blog, and it'll be $15 for the one sampler tutorial. Or you can go to that link, my classes link now, my 4 monthly classes, which will be in my 1 p.m. email today, October classes, and purchase the tutorials only for $30, and you'll receive 5 tutorials. It's a great deal. So I offer that discounted every single month, but your choice. And my team gets all my tutorials free for all of my events. Okay. We talked all about sampler. Now, Stamp-A-Stack. Let me grab the cards. I put my eye on which box they're in before I walk over there. Actually, I don't think they're in the box yet. Yes, Jean. Jean, I'm sorry if it's Jean or Jeannie or Jeanne. I know there's different ways to pronounce it. Yes, I've created that one, and this one. Oh, there was one behind here. What was it? There was one back there. I create all my samplers. This was the one that was back there. I pretty much never copy samplers, which there's literally nothing wrong with copying. I encourage it. I do it. I did it for about 10 years straight, only straight up copying because not crafty. I had to learn the skill. But anyway, that's a previous event. I think a class on a retreat. That's a previous monthly sampler. The 2 I just showed you are previous monthly samplers. And I did create those 2 as well. So yes, good point, Jean. I forgot to say my little spiel about samplers is that they make great gifts also. You can put it in the frame. I have a link on my blog for the frames I buy that are pretty inexpensive from Michael's. They're different than these that I just was holding up. Those are old ones that aren't available anymore. But anyway, it's still a 12 by 12 shadow box. Not expensive. And then you can frame it up and it makes a great gift to a host, housewarming, etc. Okay, I'm going to grab these Stamp-A-Stack cards real quick because I do have 1 packet left. So I want to promote it. If I can find them super fast. Here we go. Well, I sort of have them. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, last but not least, Stamp-A-Stack class is 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each, $37 for non-club members, $35 for club members. Here are the cards. I made 3 of these 4 on a video recently, so you can go check that out. I got sticky notes on these. This one. Now this one's incomplete, and I've got a sticky note because this is my duplicate sampler that I'm going to finish before class Saturday. Landa has the real one, but I'm going to cut out these 2 deer. They'll be flying toward each other with the heart in the middle. I don't know what my sticky note says there, but these are notes I write to myself for my instruction tutorials that I'll be typing later. So you can make 8 of these. I have 1 packet left, 8 plus $20 in merchandise, really more than 20, about $25 value in merchandise. We cut die cut punch and emboss. You cut your designer paper just like sampler, and yeah. Although this sampler, you don't have to cut any designer paper. The leaf one, yeah, just stamping a symbol. Okay, hopefully I answered all the questions. Those are the 4 monthly classes. I got a couple other events going on right now, coming very soon. The class with Alejandra. Let me give you a sneak peek. You can see a sneak of her cards. They're actually coming in the mail to me today, so I don't have the real cards. But you can see all 4 designs you'll make with this class. Registration is opening soon, so just be ready to click that button because it will be while supplies last when the link comes out. And I'll post it probably first in my VIP Facebook group, so make sure you join that Facebook group. You're going to make 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. Those are the 4 designs, but I have 2 of them here. So I'm going to sneak peek you real quick. These are Christmas cards. Obviously, it's a Christmas class. This is to go only. You will want to own the, I'm looking to see if I wrote it down. Yeah, no, I didn't. It's a Christmas words bundle. I can't think of the name of it, but it's the one with words only and the tag dies. Actually, I can find the tag dies real quick. Quicker than I can find the stamp set. That'll tell me the name of the bundle. Sorry. Right here. Greetings of the Season bundle. That's the one we're going to use if you want to make your cards exactly like ours. So you would want to own those dies and the stamp set. And then all the other stuff, well, you're getting some product with the fee, including one of these kits, which is the Christmas or rustic Christmas countdown kit, which makes this countdown calendar like a Advent type calendar, and it has little pockets so you can put little gifts and notes in there. But we're not using it for that. You won't be able to make the countdown calendar with this class. You can buy this kit on sale right now, though, because all our kits are up to 30% off. Anyway, hopefully I'm making sense. 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each, using the contents of this kit, plus the stamp set or the bundle, plus some other stuff we'll give you with the fee. Coming soon. Alejandro Gomez is a team member of mine, and we partner on lots of events as well. Okay, craft along. It's too late to register, but stay tuned for next week. We're going to do the craft along video. I'll be making 4 cards, and you'll have a chance to earn that class packet if you like it. I don't have the cards over here. I guess there's no point in showing them early. Now, I didn't get them designed in time to show on a video, but I think you're really going to like them. They're super cute with the snowy wonder. Okay, bingo is coming in December, so stay tuned for that. And then, of course, I always have retreats coming up. They're always coming up at some point. The next retreat in person that you can attend is March 2025, March 27th through 30th, Temple, Texas. If you attend in person, you're going to get that 8-foot table, tons of lighting, tons of space, like between, you can walk down the middle of the aisle while everybody has their chairs out and not bump a person. Use April and May's supplies to make your 10 plus included make and takes. The 2 optional classes, if you choose, borrow our supplies while you're there, like stamps, dies, punches. Those are the main things, and die cut machines. Meet other crafters. Like, it's just a whole fun thing. You're going to get a bed, you're going to get meals, and you're going to have a ton of fun. So, and then the next one after that, which you can sign up for either one right now, the next one is August 2025, and Temple, Texas, about an hour from Austin, Texas. So if you're not local, you fly into Austin, rent a car, drive an hour to Temple. Okay, and then those will be offered to go as well when it's closer. Crafting cruise, last but not least, it's coming up on this deadline to guarantee the group rate. Now, you can still usually register after the deadline for the crafting cruise, which is in January 2025, January 26th, end of the month. But the deadline just guarantees the best pricing. Oh, I guess I forgot to go forward. There we go. Here's some pictures from last year's cruise. So the crafting cruise, it's a week on the sea, on the Harmony of the Seas with April McCrite, Landa, and I. Yes, you get to meet and hang out with Landa. That's probably the biggest draw. Hey, Elaine, thank you. Good morning, Shirley. Thanks for sharing. And your crafting fee will include 6 included classes that are self-paced. You get to meet tons of people, get a t-shirt, participate in an optional swap, get a free bag, get food 24/7. If you've never been on a cruise before, we just opened up our private Facebook group for our cruise, and we've got some people saying it's their first cruise ever. We're always so excited for people who it's their first cruise ever because they just don't know how good it's going to be. But anyway, if you've never been on a cruise before, literally there's food available included with your fee, free 24/7. We even have some in the craft room at different times. But the crafting portion, bye, Oma, sorry. Come back and watch replay. Crafting portion, let me go to the next picture. So we have tables just for the classes. So you can go over there and work on those whenever you want. And then on the left picture is your half a table that you get to use throughout the entire cruise for anything you want. And that's the end of my pictures on that. So you should join us. But if you can't make January 2025, you can now sign up for January 2026. That cruise is open. Both are out of Galveston, Texas, Harmony of the Seas. And the next one is about the same dates. It's like January 25th, I think, 2026. So register now. Sign up. Links in. There should be a link now in YouTube. I'll add it later in Facebook because that's the whole thing. And in my 1 p.m. email also. And the link just takes you to the information, by the way. It doesn't like sign you up. It takes you to the info, and you can bring as many guests as you want. They do not have to pay the crafting portion. Only who you select pays the crafting portion. I feel like my lighting is dark. What happened? Anyway, whatever. Okay, so that's it for events this month, or this video, because that's what I have coming up. But I always have tons of events coming up, so don't worry, something new will be added soon. And now we're moving on to specials with Stampin' Up and me. So, of course, the biggest special that's going on right now is join the Stampin' Up family, join my team of a stamping family for only $99 plus tax, free shipping. You choose 155 in any current merchandise you want, 155 or less. You won't pay tax and shipping on that like normal, and you won't pay. I'm irritated because I didn't write down a note I meant to write on here. You won't pay shipping on the $99. So you'll save a ton of money. I think the value is about $217 is what you'd pay for what you get in the kit, but you only pay $99 plus tax. $216. Yes, that's the value with my tax rate. That includes a free past paper pumpkin, a random one. You don't get to select it, but you select your 155 or less. That also includes, you can choose in that 155 or less everything that's offered in our pre-order right now of online exclusives, which I showed almost everything in that selection last week. I did get one more thing in since then. Oh no, I think Landa had this. Yeah, I think I showed that already. The classic wedding. Did I? I can't remember. I got this in, and it's a bundle, so there's dies to cut those out. Anyway, you can add any of that stuff. You can add sale kits. You can add clearance items. You can add current, annual catalog, holiday catalog, anything that's not orderable. You can put it in there. So it's a great deal. There's no obligation. You're not going to be like, well, now you have to do videos. Now you have to do parties. Now you have to do sales. Now you have to purchase. Nope, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. You can get a discount, minimum 20% on every single thing you purchase. Up until February of next year, you will earn host benefits on every single order that's over 150 placed through yourself. Like, we get all the perks our customers get, and we get our discount on top of sale prices. So it's amazing, but there's no obligation to do that stuff. So if you have any questions on it, let me know. JG, good morning. Tommy, good morning. Elaine, good morning. I think I caught everybody. If I missed anybody, it's not you, it's me and this computer. Okay, so that's the starter kit. I'm reading my notes. Special, yes. Oh, that paper pumpkin thing is over. Yeah, I forgot to remove those pictures. That ended, so never mind on that. Don't forget, all of our kits are up to 30% off, including these two new ones. The kits are always while supplies last. I know someone in our team told us this week that one of the kits sold out, an older one, so probably nothing on your radar, but they all could technically sell out. So get those sale kits while you can, including the one, like I was talking about, the Rustic Christmas Countdown is discounted. So cute. So cute. Or just take my class and, you can get a kit that way. I'm reading my notes. Okay. That's pretty much what's going on, I think. I have an ordering special as well, so I'm going to point the camera down now. I'll tell you about that. And then we can get started making some cards. So I don't think I even have show and tell today. Anyway, let me just point the camera down and get myself situated and figure out what we're going to talk about. I'm going to add my thing up here. I swear, I always fix, before I go live, I point this camera down. I look at it like how y'all see it right now. I move this to match my graphic. And then when I, quote, turn the camera down and do this, it's always crooked. Or how? I didn't touch anything, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, so those are for the cards I'm making today. I'm gonna lotion up my hands so they look less gross for y'all. I have, these are for me and Landa, an online ordering special every single month. When you place your online order with me of $25 or more with the monthly host code, which this is the current one right now, you will get a free class packet cut and mailed to you the following month. This month was crazy busy, so the free one just got mailed this week from last month. But it's an awesome, amazing packet, so totally worth it. Anyway, we usually mail it within the first week after the month ends. But these are the cards. We're going to cut, die cut, punch, and emboss every single thing possible. Die cut, die cut, die cut, die cut, die cut. The white trees, the red trees, the star, the embossing. This circle will be die cut and embossed. Like, it all is cut for you, unless it's a situation where you have to stamp and then die cut, which 0 of these are. We're going to cut them all. You will stamp and assemble at home with the Decorative Trees bundle and a PDF tutorial and the video that I've already made and posted last week, I think, or maybe 2 weeks ago. No, that was like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, if that order is $50 or more, you're also going to receive a full roll of the silver and white sheer ribbon, a full roll free. And that is actually substituting this ribbon that I used because it's not available for quite a while right now, the iridescent. So if you didn't earn the free roll of ribbon, the ribbon we cut up for you is going to be this one, unless a miracle happens and that other one comes back in stock. But anyway, free. So $25 or more with the host code gets you this class packet. $50 or more with the host code gets you the packet and the ribbon, and $100 or more, $150 or more gets you the what am I trying to say? $150 or more, don't use the host code. And then I need to put this note back in this card. $150 or more gets you both free gifts, but do not use the host code. And Stampin' Up will give you at least $15 in free merchandise. Okay, I hope I said it all. Let me go back to my comments. Sue, is this stamp a stack? It is not, Sue. That Decorative Trees is free with an online order. And it's 4 cards, not like duplicates. So you would get the packet to make the 4 only. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, not 2 of each or whatever. I mean, they're good cards though. Okay. So I think I'm ready to start the card making. On the first 2 cards, I'm going to use the Playful Ghosts stamp set. This is an online exclusive. What that means is it's not printed in a catalog. So you can go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, and you can click links to not graphics, what's the word? PDFs I have with all of the online exclusives, except the brand new ones. So this is the one that just came out, and this is the graphics you can print or just look at there. It's like a catalog, basically. And Playful Ghosts is on here somewhere. Right there. And it's while supplies last, because they're only in the online store. In other words, Stampin' Up did not print them in a catalog. I printed this myself from my house. And up in case anybody wants to use that QR code. What am I trying to say? You can buy it until we sell out of it. As of yesterday, it was still in the online store. When it disappears from the online store and you can't find it and it doesn't say currently unavailable means it's coming back. It's disappeared from the store. It's not coming back. So Playful Ghost. This is a red rubber stamp set. It is adorable. It has an image of 3 different ghosts doing Halloween stuff. It's a Halloween set, of course. Red rubber, I think I said that. And outline images to be colored in. So we have a ghost that's dressed as a witch flying on a broomstick. So little ghost hands holding the broomstick, flying to the right, back end, and broom to the left. Has a cape on that you, again, can color in, a striped witch hat with a patch on it and a buckle that you can color in, a smiley face with a little tongue inside there. And yeah, so there's that. And then this ghost is coming out of a jack-o'-lantern. So it's a nice, evenly drawn jack-o'-lantern with a big smile and triangle eyes. And then coming out the top is a ghost, and the ghost is smiling, little tongue, and has the thing you cut out the top of the pumpkin to put your candle inside is on top of the ghost head. And then the last ghost is super cute, dressed as Dracula. So this ghost is just sort of floating in the air, facing to the right. The pumpkin one is just facing us. Everything's facing straight on. This guy's facing to the right. It's like wearing almost like a Batman hood, but it's Dracula, I guess. So there's a hood on there you can color black with pointy ears, and then a cape with a collar like Dracula, little fangs. It's smiling with closed eyes. Yeah, super cute. Okay, so those are those 3 images. Let me give you approximate height. The ghost, like the Dracula guy, is about almost 2 inches tall. The one in the pumpkin's 2.5 almost 2.5 because it's in a pumpkin, so there's more height. And the flying ghost is about 2.5 inches long. Okay, other images in this set. There's 2 pumpkins side by side, outline images. Pretty small, and they are not jack-o'-lanterns, so you can use that just for fall as well. Again, outline, one's larger, one's smaller. They're only 3/4 of an inch tall total, and there's a little leaf on the big one. There's a solid cloud, so you can stamp that in black, gray, whatever. There is a bat with little stars around it and dots, just a very small bat for flying around your background. That's just about a 1/2 inch image. And then 3 greetings: boo, exclamation mark, all caps, bold, happy Halloween, one on top of the other, all caps, bold, but much smaller font than boo, and trick or treat. Trick or treat, all on top of each other, bold font. So trick or treat is only 1/2 inch tall. Same for happy Halloween and boo, pretty much. So pretty much a 1/2 inch tall. So there we go. All right, let's get started making card number 1. I'm making these cards from a picture because Landa has the real cards. Sure, Sue, no problem. Hey, Seal, good morning. Cindy, no problem. I know you'll watch replay. No problem. Okay, so this is my card class this month. They always make 4 cards for $20 free with a $20 order. Their packet will, first of all, this orange piece is probably a different size because I cut this quickly for this video. Their white scrap is going to be a lot smaller than this. I just grabbed a scrap. And they're going to have ribbon in there as well. This black and white large check ribbon. We have 2 packets available. Anyway, Landa's cutting those, so it'll look a little different than mine. I just cut these quickly for the video before I sent my cards off with Landa. Okay, so we have a pumpkin pie card base. This is, you take your 8.5 by 11 paper, cut it in half. You'll get 2 cards out of 1. They will fit into the invitation size envelope, which is this size right here, which Stampin' Up carries in white and clear. And we have, I think, other envelope choices as well, but those are the main ones. Once you fold this in half, your half sheet of cardstock, which I am I'm going to do here on the table, rest the cardstock against my thumbnail to get it straight. Do all of my bending that I can or creasing with the bone folder instead of my hand. That just makes less wrinkles on the inside. There is a step above this. You can score this on your paper trimmer. Super easy, but I never do it because I'm in too big of a rush. Anyway, fold it in half and then it fits into that envelope. So it's economical, it's easy, you don't have to memorize crazy measurements. Cut it in half. Either direction, once you fold it, it's this size. Here's the envelopes it fits in. Sorry, put that back. Not going smoothly. Oh, somebody asked on my last video after, like they were watching replay, if how my glass mat was magnetic. There is, if you can see the edges here, there's a magnetic, it's like you hang it on your wall to put magnets on. There's a magnetic sheet under there that's real thin. And I'm going to lift it up and show you what's under there. So that's in my Amazon store. Also, I have this piece of 12 by 12, the thick chipboard that comes in some of our specialty designer papers under the magnet sheet. That brings it up to the perfect height to be touching my glass mat, but not lifting it off the table. And then I can use magnets on here. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to reference that real quick. I answered her question with words, but I wanted to say that. Okay, my next layer is designer paper. This is the super cute. And by the way, Halloween is in 2 weeks. So if you need Halloween stuff, order it today. Order it today, or just order my card kit. Then you'll get all these pieces cut. But this Halloween paper is while supplies last. It's called Halloween Spells, 12 by 12. And I've used a bunch here, as you can see, and I've shown this on a previous video. So I'm just going to flip through these quickly, but there's 1, 2, this is the pattern I'm using right now. 3, there's 4 patterns in this paper. No, it's the same one. Oh my gosh, I think it's 4. I can't remember now, but it's a different quantity than normal. So you get more sheets of the 12 by 12 than usual. I forgot how many designs there are. This pack is so mixed up because I've used several packs of this paper. But anyway, you get more sheets than like the usual. Wow, this is confusing me. And you should just get it if you like it. Okay, so we have that pattern, this pattern, this pattern. Again, this is multiple packs combined together. Maybe it's 3 patterns. 4 of each. I think that's right. Okay, so there you go. You got your black and white stripes for your Beetlejuice cards or scrapbook pages. The one I'm using on this card is a black base with irregularly drawn about 1/2-inch lines going across, or painted almost, but the edges are perfectly straight. In Granny Apple Green, Gorgeous Grape, Basic White, and Pumpkin Pie and Pool Party. And then there's also some white dots going across irregularly as well. Super cute. So that's the pattern I'm using on this card. The next card, let me look real quick. Look at the picture. Oh yeah, the next card I'm just using the black and white stripe one. Hold on. This is the pattern. Oh, I was missing a pattern. There's 4 patterns. So 3 of each, I believe. This one right here, it has books printed on it that say Potions and Spells on one side and orange on the back, Pumpkin Pie. Anyway, I'm using the black and white stripes on the next card. Okay, that is called Halloween Spells While Supplies Last in the online store. It's part of the scrapbooking line, but obviously we can use it for anything we want. Okay, that's our next layer. Scrap of white, scrap of pumpkin for my greeting, and then pre-die cut for you here, the largest and next to largest nested essentials dies. Largest is Granny Apple Green. Next to largest, this is the coffin shape when I'm referring to these sizes. Next to largest is that pumpkin pie designer paper that has the potions and spells books on the back side. But this side is pumpkin pie with light pumpkin pie dots all over it. Super cute. I'm going to layer those together. Let's do our stamping now. This is a class, like I mentioned, so I have all the stuff for the class here in my bucket to take with me on Saturday. And they're going to stamp in Memento Black. But, oh, actually, I can't get out mine because my Memento Black is packed somewhere else, so I'll just have to use that one. I'm going to need that for the next card. Okay, let me get the stamp I need. We're stamping on this one the ghost coming out of the pumpkin and the word boo. Boo. Oh, and I'm going to need a lot of blends, so let me get out these. These markers here are for my in-person people to sign the back of their cards with. We always provide a little handmade by stamp for in-person and then a marker to sign your name on the back. If you've ever wondered why my instructions say that when you take it to go, that's why. Okay, so we need the little ghost. There's no dies for this. There's no dies. It's a stamp set only. Memento Black. You can press harder on Memento Black ink pad because it's firm. And then on Boo, I want to show y'all my stamp is a little off. See how that red rubber is a lot thicker on the bottom, thinner on the top. So it makes it, but I know it's at the top. And by the way, if you're taking this card class in, to go or in person already, here's some instructions for you, some tips. I know it's at the top. The reason we're giving you a bigger scrap is because it's, if we cut it a 1/2 inch, it's going to be difficult to center this with my stamp. So since I know it's at the top, I'm going to stamp Boo toward the top, not at the left or right edge, just I got the edge there too. What am I trying to say? Not too close to the left or right because I'm going to cut the ends off. But either way, we're going to trim around it by hand is the long story short, so you will be able to make it the size you want in a minute. Okay. So I stamped Boo on the pumpkin pie scrap and the pumpkin ghost in Memento Black on the white scrap. And then I'm going to color this ghost or this image in. This card was inspired, at least the coloring of this was inspired by the card on the Stampin' Up website. If you look at the what do you call it? This stamp set, like if you're shopping in the online store, when you pull up a product, usually you can scroll through pictures and they'll have samples. Okay. But I think my card is different. I can't even remember now. Okay, I'm using Stampin' Blends. They're alcohol-based. Memento Black is water-based. So the two types of ink will not mix together and bleed. So I just use the fine tip of dark Granny Apple Green to color in the stem of the pumpkin. And then, of course, I'm going to use pumpkin pie for the pumpkin part. The daffodil is for the inside of the mouth and eyes here on the pumpkin. Yes. Oh, I'm also going to use light smoky slate. You use your homemade. Yes, Gail. That's what I was saying. I can't. My homemade memento pad is packed in a box, actually for the craft along next week. And I don't even know where that box is right now. I have so many of what I just showed you. This box, I have about 8 packed up right now for different upcoming things. And that's where my homemade memento pad is. But yes, I still use it. And honestly, it stamps better than these still. I prefer my homemade one. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, this came up last week as well. Go watch this video. The Everyday Details cards is like Everyday Details is in the name of the video. And go to 56 minutes and 39 seconds or go to the timestamps, and I have like something about memento pad. You click the little number and it'll take you straight to that part. And the video was on April 4th, 2024, where I show you how to make your own memento pad. It's a whole thing. Okay. So now I'm looking at my photo of this card, and it's a printed photo because my phone is right here. I'm using my phone where the picture is. Anyway, I probably could pull it up on my computer though. However, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm coloring this guy in pumpkin pie, so I'm adding dark pumpkin pie blend where I want shadows. This is where I want shadows, top and bottom of the pumpkin, because I'm not an artist, as if you heard my story at the beginning, I'm not artistic. Light pumpkin pie everywhere else on this pumpkin. So when you do that, you go over the dark portion. Blends are literally meant to blend together. That's why they're called blends. And so you will have the dark shadows and the color variations, but not in a harsh way like water-based markers. Alcohol markers are like a Sharpie. They're literally alcohol-based, which apparently is what makes them blend so well. Also, though, that means they can dry out quickly. So as soon as I'm done coloring, I will put my lid back on. It snaps really tight to keep them dry. My blends last a really long time, even though I use them in classes as well. Of course, my customers are really good about putting the lids back on. But then you have the next customer use it, the next one, and they're not drying out quickly. They do eventually dry out, of course, because science and stuff, you know, air, things. But they are really high quality, is my point. And then when they dry out, you buy a new one. They come in sets of 2, light and dark, with the exception of some skin tones and stuff. They also are sets of 2, but it's different. But light and dark of whatever Stampin' Up color it is. Okay. So hopefully you see the color variation. I'm no artist at all, literally not. And it still comes out amazing. They bleed through to the other side because they're alcohol, and that's that. Oh, and I just kind of copied Stampin' Up and put orange in the mouth where the tongue is. You could go with some other color, maybe pink or something, but I just did that. And then the slate, the light smoky slate, I copied this from Alejandra Gomez. Maybe other people do it too. However, I'm going to look at my picture up on the computer real quick. Come on, work with me. Come on, America, where's this picture? La la la. I can't, like I mentioned already, I found the picture. I cannot talk and like concentrate on something else at the same time. Okay, Alejandra will outline something that's basically white with a smoky slate or gray granite on the edges, and it just defines it. It just gives a little definition. The slate light, I'm using the bullet point. And for some reason, I wasn't confident doing this unless I could see my picture in real color, full on, whatever. So something like that. And it just gives that little definition. It finishes it off somehow. Okay. I'm going to check something else. Yes. So I want light pumpkin pie on this edge of these eyes. And I'll bring it up. They're triangles because that's the inside of the pumpkin. You know what I mean? That's the inside of the pumpkin, and then the rest is going to be where our glow is from our candle, which doesn't bother this ghost at all. So dark daffodil delight, wherever you want shadows. And by the way, there's a million ways to use these blends. You don't have to do dark first and then light. You can go back and add more and more and more. It'll never break your paper down because it's alcohol, not water. You can mix colors together. You can mix your oranges and yellows and reds, for example, to make fire, all the stuff. But I'm basic. Okay, so there's that. And now we're going to hand color it out. Scroll down here. Thank you, Tina. No, Gail, no problem. And Sherry, good morning. Yeah, no problem. I just had quickly mentioned, I was like looking, I was going to grab my own memento pad. And then I remembered where it was. And I was like, never mind, I can't get it. I'll just have to use this one. Like it was a quick mention, not like a big speech. But I should probably just make a second one. I like to show that on video so people can know about that tip, but I have not abandoned that at all. It's, in my opinion, still a better black ink pad. No, there's nothing wrong with Memento. It's just because it's the firm pad, it becomes harder and harder to re-ink over time, and hold that ink. At least in my personal experience, everybody's different. I have some products that I love that other people can't stand, and vice versa. We all have our own experiences. But I do love my homemade Memento ink pad. It stamps so good. Okay, so just hand cut it out real quick. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, and then Boo here, and I am horrible at cutting straight lines, but I'm just going to do it. I'm really bad at it. But you're just going to, if you had stamped this lower down, you'd cut off the top and bottom. You can use your paper cutter if you prefer. But I'm going to try to cut a straight line. And basically, I just want Boo to be, this paper to be about as tall as Boo is. And then I'm going to cut an angle on the left and right, same angle. So like that. So again, if y'all missed that part, why I didn't just cut the paper that size, I talked about that when I was stamping that. Okay, so now we have all our pieces. We're going to have a bow here, and I think that's it. And Lori, I do have an answer. Well, I have my answer for you on your question. But I think I went off on a tangent earlier and forgot to finish it. I was saying, if you want your Halloween products, any of the ones we sell, Potions and Spells bundle, which is temporarily not available, you can get the stamp set, Playful Ghosts, this designer paper. If you want any of that for your Halloween projects, you better order it now because Halloween is in 2 weeks. Unless you just want it for next year, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to put my designer paper on this pumpkin pie card base, pumpkin pie, and this is a portrait direction card. Yeah, because it's in 2 weeks, and shipping normally it takes about a week to get to you, so about 7 business days. But we can pay expedited shipping and stuff. But anyway, so yeah. And then this class will be mailed on Monday if you take it for mailing. Okay, so I'm attaching the designer paper to the nested. Oh, Lori, why doesn't Stampin' Up! Make a black pad? Anyone can back me up on this. They keep trying and failing. We've had multiple black pads in the past. Basic black, I forgot. We have one called Archival or something. They changed the name because they changed the formula, and for some reason, this is, again, my opinion. Nobody bash me I'm not bashing Stampin' Up! I love Stampin' Up! I'm going to put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this. They can't get it right. It smears, it bleeds, it's not permanent like they say it is. I think we had an archival one time. It's just something that they can't get that formulation right. And so I think they just decided, or it turns purple over time. Y'all remember that? Yeah, Gail. And I don't know, Stampin' Up! Is an expert at almost everything. We don't, I guess they know when to call it, like, this isn't our thing. But anyway, so far they haven't been able to get their own formulation of black, right? So I think they decided, let's leave that to the experts and we'll do everything else great and deliver great products. So that's my opinion of why. And so we sell Stays On Black and Memento Black, which are both great for what they do. Stays On is the permanent one that you use for watercoloring, not with blends. And Memento is the water-based one that you use with alcohol markers. And if you're just stamping in black and not watercoloring, to me, that's my favorite one to use. I'm going to put this little ghost right in the middle of the nested essentials. So that's my little speech about why we don't sell black, our own branded black ink. It would be cool if they could do a partnership with Memento and put it on a foam pad, but we can make it ourselves with, our little way. Hey, Susie, I should say, good morning, Susie. Tyra loves the DSP. I know, it's so good. Okay, I'm going to make a bunny ear bow. And Sue, I'm going to put your question on here so I don't forget to answer you, because I want to keep that in my mind. But let me say the bunny ear bow in case we have a new person here. I leave my ribbon attached to the roll if I can. Of course, you will receive a strip of ribbon that's plenty big to make your bow if you take the class. But otherwise, I leave it attached to the roll for less waste. 2 bunny ears, one in each hand, left and right, between my forefinger and thumb. Tail on the left. I'm right-handed. Attached over here, and tons of space in between. Most importantly, tons of space. Also, most importantly, the ribbon is straight, and if I let it go like this, it's flat. It's not twisted like this, which is going to make your bow be prettier. Okay, then right loop or right bunny ear crosses over the left one. Like that, except you don't normally let it go. Push that right bunny ear down into the rabbit hole and pull again. The ribbon is still as straight as humanly possible without being twisted and turned. And that is how you make a bunny ears bow. And then I'm just adjusting it, of course. Okay, Sue, do I have multiples? And then when you cut it here, there's no waste. Do I have multiples of stamp pads? Do I ever? I should take a picture and show y'all. However, when I joined Stampin' Up, I told my story at the beginning. If y'all didn't hear it, you can listen, because I hardly ever tell that story anymore in these videos. But I told how I ended up joining Stampin' Up. And when I joined, we were broke. I had just quit a full-time job with a really good paycheck to stay home with Isabel. She was 8 months old. We weren't like broke, but you know what I mean? We were broke because we weren't used to being on such a tight budget. And so what I want to state is when I joined Stampin' Up, it took me about 2 years minimum to own every color ink pad we sell times 1. So I would, have a good party, add 1 or 2 ink pads. So I want to preface that nobody needs to do like me. But now I do multiple events where I have multiple in-person things going on at the same time. And I want to use, for example, Memento Black on 5 different tables, or you name the color. I do, like this month, I have 5 classes happening at the same time in person. So do I own multiples of ink? Yes. I probably, on average, own a minimum of 4 of each color. And in certain colors, I have way more. Memento Black, I have at least 10. But sometimes that's due to replacing them also, because over time, over a couple of years, you'll need to replace that one, in my opinion. Certain colors that I use more, I can't really think of a specific one like as an example, but just certain colors I use more. Maybe an old olive, or I'm looking at what's missing from my shelf right now. Real red, whatever. I might own 5 or 6 of those, but I only order it when I need it. I'm like, oh, I ran out of ink pads for this class. Okay, I'll get another. Pecan pie was one recently. I had to order a bunch of pecan pie ink pads. I'm going to put this bow on here with a glue dot. At the bottom, below the pumpkin, bottom of the pumpkin to the right at an angle. So on the Nested Essentials dies. And then Boo, I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back left, so behind the B. I don't know why I put this adhesive like away. And then a dimensional on the right, back right. And it will go over the ribbon and hang off the right side. Okay, that's my finished card. Okay, so yes, I have doubles, triples, and sometimes, you know, way more of my ink pads. But because of the way I run my business. Yay, Ramona taught someone the ribbon techniques. They were so happy to learn it. I love that, Ramona. And of course, someone taught me that years ago. A customer taught me the bunny ears bow. I'm trying to catch up here. Maybe SU could have Memento make a pad like the SU style. I would agree. That would be awesome. And we can also submit ideas like that to Stampin' Up through the suggestion box. The more we submit, the better. Okay, so I was making the card from the picture here. I'm going to have this recipe card for y'all on the blog, stamptherapist.com at 11 a.m. Central today. And you'll be able to print that off if you want, or just look at it. It has the measurements and the supply list. If you see any mistakes, let me know and I can correct it, and it will instantly refresh and be corrected. I make these from mystampinstuff.com. You should check it out. It's my website. It's amazing. But anyway, that is card 1. Enter for comment for a chance to win. Even if you're watching this video on replay, you just came on, whatever the deal is. Comment for a chance to win. I'm going to fold this up and it'll be mailed with whoever wins. And I'm going to do card number 2 now. Card number 2. If you share the video, comment that you shared for a second chance to win. What else? Oh, thank you, Corinne. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Good morning, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, France. France, one of my past cruise people. Thank you, France. And Sherry would love to win. Yes, girl. That's how you do it. You can say anything you want, and that gets you entered to win. It does help me, by the way, when y'all click like, subscribe, follow, turn on notifications, comment. What's the other thing? Share. It all helps me. So thank you very much. Okay, this next card is a gorgeous grape card base. This card was heavily inspired by a card by Alejandra Gomez. I don't know if she did it in a class, but she may have, but it was also a team meeting swap she did. But I changed the colors and some stuff, I think. I forgot what I changed, but anyway. Heavily inspired. Let me give the credit where credit's due. Gorgeous grape card base, and it's going to be portrait. The next layer is gorgeous grape embossed with this amazing distressed tile embossing folder. All the measurements, 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com, and the supply list and all the stuff. What am I looking for here? This folder. Yeah, this is the distressed tile embossing folder, which is super elegant, but also it can work with Halloween. Like, it's weird. And it's a normal size, and it's 3D thick, and it's in our annual catalog. Hey, Sherry shared. Thank you. Sarah shared. Susie shared. Thank y'all so much. Very helpful. Okay, next layer or next piece, whatever, is the striped black and white stripes designer paper, just straight up 1/4 inch black and white stripes. There's a strip of that, probably about 2 inches wide, but I've got the measurements on the blog, and that's going to go on the card kind of to the left there. And then we use these dies right here. They're called Bright Skies. Bright Skies has a stamp set that goes with it. It came out in the mini, like the spring mini catalog last year. It's super cute. We used it on our crafting cruise. I don't know where that goes, but anyway, so it has all these cloud dies. So we used a couple of cloud. dies to make some clouds for this card. Again, copied from Alejandra. Out of this vellum right here. This vellum, it has this little, it's like clear vellum with white printed sort of like just texture on it, like splattered around. And then these cloud dies are stitched. These are two of the smaller ones. There's really big clouds in there as well. That vellum is the greenery, what is it called? I got it right here on my recipe card. Graceful Greenery Vellum. Graceful Greenery Vellum, which is Christmas themed, and the other two sheets have sprigs and twine. What the word am I looking for? Christmas. Oh, I can't think of the word. Pine needle things. Anyway, but there's the one white one that can be very generic. So we're making clouds out of it. Okay, so I die cut those. Or landed, I cut those for you for class. Then we made, we have a 1/2 inch strip of black to go behind this designer paper on the right side for a border. And then we took this die, which is a border die that makes, for this bundle, clouds. We just made a cute little irregular scallopy border for the left side to go under it. This is basic black to go under this designer paper. So it looks like it has a piece of black paper under it that is scalloped on one side and not scalloped on the other. So we have that. I punched a circle with our 2 3/8 inch circle punch, basic white, and I have another scrap of pumpkin pie for my greeting, just like before. All right. That is the pieces for this card. These are the Bright Skies dies. Don't forget they have a stamp set that goes with them. It's all summery and cute. Okay, so stamping. We're going to stamp. Oh, I forgot I need a little scrap of white on this one. Landon's probably yelling at me through the screen. I'm just going to grab a scrap right here. She'll have a scrap in there for you. Don't worry. I'm going to grab, so Smoky Slate. So, Sue, to go back to your question, do I own multiples of the ink pads? I didn't get rid of this style when we switched over because I knew I always need multiples. So I still use these old style. It's just the body style is different. The foam is the same. In my classes as well. I use all the new ones I have on hand first, and then I go to the old style just because my newer customers don't have a clue how to open these. But okay, so I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. Try not to get ink on the edges. Smoky Slate ink. I'm going to stamp that little cloud image in Smoky Slate ink on the basic white scrap. And then Memento Black again. And I'm going to stamp the little ghost that's dressed like a witch flying on a broom in Memento Black on this circle. 2 3/8 inch white circle punch. But just kind of at an angle there. I don't have to cut this one out because it's going to remain on the circle. So that's cool. That's cool. Okay, then we're going to color her, him, her in. I don't know. Forgot to stamp my greeting though. This card's going to say Happy Halloween. And again, I actually trimmed this red rubber, but the image is more toward the top. It doesn't really match my sticker. Stampin' Up! Will replace that, by the way, if you request it when they're messed up like that. They will replace it. I just didn't ask. I'm just going to stamp that on the pumpkin pie scrap like I did before. Okay. Now for this coloring. Put these glasses back on. I think I'm going to pull up the picture. Elaine, click. Oh, thank you, Elaine. Click the like button in the chat over on YouTube. Thank you, Elaine. Black and white DSP reminds me of piano keys. Ooh, that's a good one. Good one. Was Smoky Slate a returning color? No. It was a continuing color. Like it never went away, as far as Jennifer remembers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I definitely could be wrong. Let me pull this picture up on my computer. If I can figure myself out. Here she is. All right. So we're going to use basic black dark for the cape. I will say, for me, some of these images are really small and hard for me to keep in the line. So I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm going to color the cape just dark basic black. I'm not going to do blending like shadows and stuff. And so right here in this little corner, it's just challenging for me. And I'm always in a rush, so I probably should take my time a little bit more as well. But one tip there, if you outline it, then you can be faster to fill it in. And again, the thing about blends is even if you're doing only one color, if you see a spot that's lighter or like not whatever blended well, I'm going to use that word, just go back over it. And you may have to color the whole section again, but it will blend out because it's the beauty of these. Actually, then I'm going to do, the hat is going to be black and purple. This is Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to do the black stripes now since I have this marker out. Being really light with my touch here to stay inside the lines. This is a fine point, but it's not like crazy fine. If you prefer, I am going to use a regular water-based marker on one of these things here, you'll see. So you could do that, although it's also not the tiniest fine point, but it's smaller than this one. But I'll explain why I'm using it in a moment. Okay, so I think that's everywhere I need black. Yeah, I think so. You see how I'm imperfect on my coloring, but I think it'll be fine. So the next layer is the dark one, yes. I'm sorry, the stripes, the other stripes are going to be purple to match our card base, which is Gorgeous Grape. To me, my Highland Heather is not dark enough. I'll show you. That looks okay now. Of course, that looks okay now. But I don't know. I didn't like how it matched. So just in case, if you don't like how it matches, you can use your regular markers, Stampin' Right marker. They are water-based, not alcohol. They're not going to blend. But for a skinny little area like this, the blending isn't as important. It doesn't show your harsh lines as bad, if that makes sense. But it's not going to blend the way these markers do. And that is the tip right there. It's, again, more fine than this one, but it's not a fine point. But honestly, now I feel like that Highland Heather looks fine. But the other day I was like, it's not dark enough. So whatever. Whatever, Jennifer. We don't sell a Gorgeous Grape Stampin' Blend, by the way, is the whole deal with that. We don't sell that color. It doesn't come in these. That's why. So anyway, whatever you want to do to match it up. There's my stripes. The little patch is going to be dark pumpkin pie. There's a patch on the front of the witch's hat, which is super cute. I'm going to use dark Daffodil Delight for the buckle on the hat. I'm going to copy Alejandra and use light flirty flamingo and make cheeks, which I could have done on that other card as well. Just literally draw 2 little circles, light flirty flamingo, and it just adds that little cuteness to your, when you have animals, critters, whatever. light daffodil delight for the bristles of the broom. You could do light and dark there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use bronze, which comes in bronze and ivory. These were our original skin tone blends, and now we have way more. Anyway, I'm using bronze for the broom. I probably would prefer pecan pie, but I'm using that in another class. So bronze it is. Just a brown, though. Any brown is fine. All those skin tones, we have tons of browns. And I think the last color I need for this is the slate, and we're going to do the little tracing of the ghost. Add that little pop of detail. Oh, I missed a part on the cape. There's a piece of cape right here on the right hand side that needs to be black also. Anyway, that's how I colored it. All right, I can remove this picture so I can see your comments now. Tyra, these glasses are readers because I'm old. Just kidding. These are readers. But I wear contacts or can't see anything. Like I could not drive. For distance, I wear contacts. I've always had poor eyesight and like real poor eyesight. So I wear contacts, which are monovision contacts. Like this is TMI, of course, who cares? Let me just cut while I say this. I'm going to cut out this cloud. I wear monovision contacts, which help with close up a lot. Like I don't always have to put readers on to read stuff. But for fine detail on stamping now, I've gotten to that point where I still need the readers even with the monovision contacts. But anyway, yeah, I can't see crap far away without, obviously, if I don't have the contacts on, I have to wear other kind of glasses that do the distance thing. But yeah, I pretty much don't wear glasses in public, although I did for a little while, a couple years ago. But anyway, that's all. And there's no reason. I just prefer the contacts. Okay, there's my little cloud. I hand cut it out. Let me hand cut out Halloween just exactly the way I cut out Boo. Oh, kind of crazy looking, but whatever. We'll go with it. Yeah. Gail, good. No problem. I thought Gail said good something about good night. I'm like, Gail, I thought you were in the U.S. What time is it where you are? She's saying I'll watch tonight, but I thought she said good night. Anyway, just cracking myself up. Marcella, good morning, cold and sunny Maryland. Okay, here we go. Let's put this together. So this, I'm going to need that in a moment for my ribbon. I'm not looking for this. Okay, so I'm going to grab my adhesive sheet, and the way I'm going to attach these two strips is by putting adhesive, this is the designer paper, on the back of the designer paper. So I put one long strip on one of the long sides. I have the stripes going across, and this is a long strip going up and down the card with the stripes going across. Anyway, I like to put the adhesive on the piece that the little piece is getting glued to instead of vice versa. And then I can leave this strip, this 1/2 inch strip of black on the table and figure out exactly how thick I want that border or thin. Much easier, just in my opinion, than doing it the opposite way. Then I'm going to add another strip on the opposite side and do the same thing with this border. And there will be a top. It's like a little bit beveled. It's black, so I don't know if you, yeah, right there. Beveled on the little scallopy clouds. anyway, I'm just attaching it the same way. I just find that easier to align for me. Then I treat that as one and put it on my card base. I normally would have gone ahead and glued this down first, but I got distracted, so it's fine. I want the scallops on the left, and this whole piece here with the sort of 2-inch designer paper and all is going to be toward the left. So just a small purple border to the left of the scalp. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, just a small border, and then there's way more purple showing on the right side. Okay, then this whole thing, this is the embossed with the distressed tile folder. Gorgeous grape. I'm just calling it purple, like we don't have special colors with Stampin' Up. This gorgeous grape embossed piece on the gorgeous grape card base. And now that looks crooked to me. We'll just pretend it's an illusion and it's not crooked. Okay. Basically how this card's going to lay out is ghost, circle, larger cloud coming it from behind it to the top right, smaller cloud coming from behind it on bottom left, and the circle is a little less than halfway down on the stripes. So I want to lay that out so that I can see where to put adhesive on this vellum cloud, and it won't show on the front of my card because I'm going to hide it behind the circle. So I'm putting adhesive just on the part, because adhesive, especially once you touch this down to colored cardstock, adhesive can show through on your vellum and make it look ugly. So those are just going to flap there. They'll be fine. They will be completely fine to stay on your card like that. Then I think I'm going to add dimensionals because my picture doesn't show the full 3D-ness. I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of the circle. Landa. Hey, Valley Chick. Good morning. Landa, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm assuming I put dimensionals here. I actually have notes about this for my instructions, but they're in a different place. Different location. Okay, so put the little circle there. Cover those up. Then I need another bow, but this time, first of all, I've already shown you how to do the bow. Ooh, about to run out of that. Showed you how to do it, so I'm going to do a quick one, but also I'm not doing it perfect. I just need to know how long this ribbon is going to be. And then I'm going to trim it, and then I'm going to untie the bow. I hate wasting ribbon. That's why I'm not just cutting off a giant piece. And then color this with my dark Highland Heather Stampin' Blend. Grab a scrap paper. This happens to have purple all over it, but dark Highland Heather. And these are my instructions for the class. Lay flat on side to color ribbon. So you use the brush tip, which you can color with as well, but not in my class. Use the brush tip and you lay it flat. And because it's alcohol based, it will dry super fast. If you touch it immediately, you will get some on your hands, but if you wait a minute, you won't. And you can color any ribbon you want with your Stampin' Blends. However, obviously, if the color of the ribbon is not meshing well with your blend, it might take it better or worse, or it might look better or worse. And this blend is starting to dry out. I don't know if y'all can see that. See on the tip, it's a little light, but I'm picking up this ink from back here. So I'm going to do this until it is dead. And so just because there's none there doesn't mean there's not plenty of ink right there. And this, you don't always have to flip your ribbon, but this one you kind of do because this is the black and white large check ribbon. There's like an edge sewn on it that's pretty thick, so it doesn't necessarily seep through to the other side unless you flip it over. All right, so there's that. And now we have purple, black and purple checked ribbon. Super cute. Again, it dries super fast. I don't ever care about getting it on my hands. It's fine. But if you don't want to get it on your hands. Just give it a second. Like, it dries so fast. Watch me say that, and then it's going to get on my hands. Oh, dropping stuff. Okay, tie the bow. As a reminder, this is my card class this month, so we're making 2 Halloween, 2 more fall, like not Halloween at all, but more fall themed. The 4th card is Atlanta's house, so I'm not going to be able to show it. It is the simplest card using autumn expressions. Still pretty, just simple. But the next card I'm going to make is going to use autumn expressions bundle. And if you don't know how to make a bunny ears bow, I showed that on the previous card. Okay, you need glue dot, fold, pull your paper back, and actually fold it down so that if you have a piece of ribbon on here, that will help. So that it's flat, and then you can just push against your cardboard there, the circle, and push your ribbon into it and pull it off. Oops. And I put the bow, excuse me, I'm having a cord issue there. I put the bow on the white circle on the bottom right hand corner underneath the little ghost. And then I will place with Stampin' Dimensionals my little cloud that I hand cut out on the circle to the left of the witch, the ghost witch. And the greeting I'm going to attach just like I did Boo. Oh no, that's a lie. I forgot what I did. I'm just going to add Stampin' Dimensionals. And it is actually going to go below the bow, toward the right, more toward the right than the left, hanging off, touching the designer paper, but hanging on to the, or crossing over to the purple. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. That's card number 2. Recipe card here. Oh, by the way, my photo looks 100% not purple. It looks like Orchid Oasis or blue, not purple in that photo. And I did not have time to fix it. Although later I was like, well, maybe you could have adjusted the color in your iPhone, but it's too late. So there we go. Thank you, Sarah. Remember, heavily inspired from Alejandra Gomez. She just used different colors, basically, different designer paper. Like I might have added the ghost, the cloud, but that's about it. Anyway, recipe card, 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com. Comment on this video to have a chance to win that card. And this one goes to the back. It's just my contact info, but it was like a 2-pager. I had so many supply. Oh, because of all the blends, I had a long supply list on this one. Okay, card number 3. Oh, let me show you this one card here. I have other cards, but I couldn't find them at the moment using the Playful Ghosts, but this is one I showed y'all last week, I think, from my team meeting that Dorothy made. I think Dorothy's here. Yep, there you are, Dorothy. Here's your card. Another card with the little ghost coming out of the pumpkin there. Anyway, okay, card number 3 is with the Autumn Expressions bundle. This one is red rubber, mostly words. It is a fall set, but mostly words. It's a bundle, so there are dies. Anyway, there's several greetings, a leaf stamp, like an open leaf that you can color in, a wheat image, a tree ring image, like if you cut down a tree, the part you see, the circle there, it's an image of that. And then all these words, the 3 large ones, change can be beautiful, have a perfectly lovely day, and grateful for you. They're really large, cursive, pretty. And then all caps fonts, may the beauty of the season fill your heart with joy. You've got this, and dear friend. And then the dies, I know I've shown these on a previous video. I just can't remember exactly which one, but it makes that frame that you can fold in half. Oh, I have samples right here. This frame right here You fold it over and put art or words inside. These are not the cards I'm making right now. These are bingo projects. Anyway, that's what this frame is. You can die cut out the stamped images as well as 2 additional leaf images. This one here I'm using on this card right now. It's a stem with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 leaves, little small leaves with stitch marks down the center. It's only 1.5 inches tall, the whole thing. And then chains and hooks, or a chain and a hook for the frame. That's the dies, 8 of them. And when you die cut out these frames, you get left over, or not left over, like purposely you cut them, the labels. A smaller one, this is the smaller one, and a larger one. So like that white stitch right there is the larger label that you get when you die cut the frames out. All right, Autumn Expressions. It's an awesome one. It's in the holiday catalog. Probably towards next month or the month after, it'll start being while supplies last. So get it while you can. Okay, this card is going to have a Cajun Craze card base. I must be, maybe my, no, let's see, maybe my camera is moving. It seems stable. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, hey Sherry, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, Sue. Love the ghost cards. The set is sitting by your table. All right, Lori, bust it out and make some cards. Corinne, thank you. Love the purple ribbon, Tyra. Love that one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Cajun Craze card base. Fold it in half, like I've done all the other cards today. And then we're going to make a super fancy fold here. Hold on. Don't go crooked. A super fancy fold. This is very complicated, so don't get scared. You're going to take the front and fold it backwards, all the way to the left, in half. I'm just joking. It's not complicated at all. It's called a Z fold. It's super simple. If you want to make it fancy, you can score it on your paper trimmer instead, but I just always use the bone folder. And now your card will open like this. People think you're a genius if they don't know about card making, and you just folded it in half a second time. Super simple. So this will be portrait as well. And then the rest of the pieces for this card is for the inside, we have basic beige to go on the inside. Measurements blog 11 a.m. Central. I have a piece of designer paper. This is the Splendid Autumn designer paper, which is the paper used in these cards here. It's a 6x6 designer paper. These cards are more floral, but it's mostly these fall type images. Let's see if I can quickly grab it. I forgot to pull it out. Yeah, this one. I've used this paper in so many different things that these are probably not the designs. I've already shown it on other videos, so I'm not doing the tour of this paper right now. But basically on one side is a painted art style image. Some of them are landscape scenes, some are like flowers, whatever. Anyway, and all of the backs are like a chalked solid color. So like this one, for example, it's mossy meadow, but there's lights and darks. It's like chalking of whatever, but it's one color on the back. There might be light and dark, but only blue, only mauve, only green, only yellow, whatever it is. I don't think this is all of the patterns of this paper, but you get the idea. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to show you another project here when I finish this card to show you how you can make this paper stand out. Okay, but the piece I'm using is one of the chalked sides that has more of the Cajun Craze color in it. The back side actually has a purple sky, great for a Halloween card, but that's a side note. We're making a fall looking card. So that strip will go on that front left flap there. Okay, Landa and I have been cutting lots and lots and lots of gold frames. lots of classes with gold frames. And so we have all of these gold labels left over. Well, we are putting them to use on this card today. So this is the smaller of the two. When you cut the frame, one side is smaller, one's larger. This is the smaller one, our gold foil. Beautiful. We're going to use that on this card. And then, grab my punch. We are going to make a pumpkin. Susie Wood, a friend of mine, but I saw her card on Demo Planning Place. It's not like she sent it to me. She made a pumpkin out of this Bee Builder punch, B-E-E, Bee Builder. Super cute. So this bee shape right here, which has the stinger on it, we're going to make a pumpkin out of that. So, put that actually, pack it and bring it with me this weekend in case we have any error. So what you want is 3 of those bee bodies punched out in whatever color you want. I chose Cajun Craze to match this card. But of course, pumpkin pie you could do. I actually made a pumpkin one. Then I decided that color didn't match my card. And then to make it even better, I embossed it with that Distress Tile embossing folder. Emboss all 3. Which beauty. You can emboss a whole bunch at one time. Then, in addition, we're just going to punch for the class you a portion of some early espresso cardstock with the stinger portion attached. And that'll be the stem of our pumpkin. So we have that. We also are going to die cut for you a mossy meadow from those leaves. The one I described, the one with several leaves, and it's about 1 1/4 inch or whatever tall, and the little stitch marks there. So mossy meadow leaf thing. And last but not least, a 1/2 inch strip of basic beige for the greeting. So let me go ahead and stamp that greeting. I'm going to use Old Olive. We all have our things. Where's Old Olive? Oh, no. I lied. I'm going to use Cajun Craze. Never mind. I don't need to give my little speech. I'm going to use Cajun Craze ink for this greeting. And since it's a 1/2 inch strip, we are using this long, skinny, may the beauty of the season fill your heart with joy. May the beauty of the season is on top. Your heart with joy is on bottom. But you can tell it's not too large since it fits on a 1/2 inch strip. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard because you don't want to get ink on these edges, especially this is red rubber. And I'm going to try to stamp it right in the center of the strip. And again, this is one of my red rubber stamps that's a little off as far as positioning, but I can see that the greeting is at the bottom. I'm slightly crooked, but it's fine. Tiniest bit crooked there. It's fine. Okay, so I stamped that right in the middle so I can trim off the ends. I think that's all the stamping I have to do on this. Oh, no, that's not true. Then on my piece that goes on the inside, which is basic beige, it's going to be up and down portrait. The whole right side is going to be showing on the front of my card. And so down here in the bottom right corner, I'm going to take the wheat stamp, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 lines sticking up from the ground, basically growing up from the ground. And 4 of them have like the tufts on top. That's, I guess, the wheat. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that in the bottom right corner, the tiniest bit off the right and left edge. Then I'm going to ink it again, basic beige, and stamp it a second time to the left a little lower, and a third time to the left a lot lower. So it goes, makes it, whatever, it goes up. Y'all know what I mean. Get my little chamois. You can get this with your Glass Mat Studio that still wants to still available. You didn't get it with that starter kit special right now if you're not a demonstrator. Okay, so that's going to look real cute showing on the front of our card like that. Our greeting, we're going to cut the left and right just like the Halloween card at one direction both times. Okay, then for this pumpkin, we're just going to hand trim off the point of the stinger. Don't stress out if it's not perfect, because it won't be. Well, it might be, but for me, it won't be. That one's better though. Just trim it off. And then add adhesive. It doesn't really matter how you do this, whatever way works for you. But I'm going to add adhesive all over the back of one and put one of the ovals behind it on the left. I'm going to add a little more adhesive, which will be on the top center part of that one I just added. And then I'll add the other one on the right. Now, how wide and big this pumpkin is up to you. You could put these real tight and make a really small pumpkin, or not, whatever you choose. I think, yeah, that'll be a good size for this label. The label is going to go up and down portrait. Sorry, an alarm went off on my phone. Label's going to go up and down portrait. Sorry, so that's how it's going to be. Then just add some more adhesive at the back top, wherever you choose to be the top, and put this early espresso bee punch behind it to make your stem. But then it looks kind of weird at a point like that. So you just cut the stem off, the top of the stinger off at an angle, and then it looks correct. Dorothy, same as mine, right? Sandy, good morning. Carol, good morning. Thank you. So there's your pumpkin. Is that not cute? And I was like, when I first saw Susie's card, I was like, huh, where did she get an oval? We don't have ovals. She found it. Oh, I just realized, never mind. I got it right here. Okay, now I'm going to add some more adhesive on the back right of this pumpkin and put this little leaf behind it because that's going to look cute, the little die cut leaf coming out. Then in your packet for this class, you're going to have 2 golden woven leaves. Ooh, ah. You'll have a small one and a large one that Landa will carefully pull one of each for you and put it in your bag, your little envelope. And we're going to put those on here as well. So I think first I will attach, I'm just going to put some adhesive on the bottom front of the large one and attach the small one to it at an angle sticking off to the left. And then I'm going to add more adhesive to the back. I'm just using my Stampin' Seal to the back of the pumpkin, top right, but back, over all the stuff that's there already, and then put these leaves there. And that's just going to make us a beautiful little thing to put, I don't know what the word is, focal point to put on our card. Flip it over, add dimensionals. You can help secure all these layers with placing dimensionals, half on, half off. I by the way, use mini Stampin' Dimensionals in case anybody's like, what the heck is that? But you can use the large ones. It doesn't matter. I just prefer the minis. Put as many or few as you want, but don't put them up here where they're going to show through because that would be ugly. And then this whole thing goes on this gold. Oof. I think I drank too much liquids this morning. Need to use the restroom. Okay, I'm going to put the pumpkin right in the, basically, just right in the middle of this gold label. Remember, it's portrait, right in the center. The greeting I'm going to attach flat. So just some adhesive in the middle of the greeting. I'm tucking it a tiny bit under the pumpkin. It's going across. It's sticking off the left and right sides of that. And attach. I did not stamp any extra words on the inside. I went back and forth on that. And I'll show you one small reason I didn't. So I'm going to attach my basic beige on the inside and the designer paper on the front left. can see I don't use too much Stampin' Seal. You don't need very much unless you're doing something heavy or textury or whatever. Okay, so when I put this on the front here, my greeting on the inside would need to be right about here, down kind of low, not to show, and not too far over. So I just chose not to put a greeting on the inside. It's just on the outside, and then when you open the card, it looks like this. But of course, you could stamp something over here on the left, and it would be hidden when it's closed, or you could do whatever you want. But I'm just telling you why I did not put a greeting on the inside. And I think I did attach this with Stampin' Dimensionals, this label, which I usually do. So I'm going to flip it over top to bottom, place it back exactly where I would glue it down on the front of this card, but you only can have adhesive on the back left half. Otherwise, you're going to glue your card shut. So I just use this as a visual guide. Also, it's just half. So whatever your brain can do half, you're good. I'm using Stampin' Dimensionals, but you can use a tape runner as well, or whatever kind of glue. Like, it doesn't have to be popped up. And then it just gets attached half and half. And then there are gems on this card. This card has these Earth Tones Shimmer Gems. This one's not open yet. We also use these on the last card, which I don't have with me, which is made with the same bundle. This is Card Class, $20 or free with a $20 order. I have 2 packets left. Hey, Mildred, good morning. Thank you, Sandy. So nice. Sandy, you got to get back on your videos. You make awesome cards too. And we can compliment you as well. Okay, so I think I used, I'm looking at the picture, this color right here. These Earth Tones Shimmer Gems have 4 colors. I need to look it up because I don't know. It's on the website. Ooh, my computer did something weird. Hold on. Okay. Earth Tones. Oh, they're currently unavailable. I thought they were available. Oops. Anyway, Copper Clay, Berry Vanilla, Crumb Cake, and Garden Green. So I used Copper Clay, and then I believe we used either this color or this on the other card. But Landa knows exactly what we used. She gave you the right thing. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Oh, I was going to check inventory real quick because I guess I thought those were available. I thought they were Earth Tones. October 21st. So like Monday or so, they should be back in stock. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to use 1 large up here on the top right-hand corner on the basic beige cardstock, and 2 small. Just do the little triangle thing. And that's the finished card. So Susie Wood, credit for the pumpkin. I don't know if other people did it before her. Y'all know how that stuff is. But she's definitely capable of inventing it. Super cute. So not a crazy card. Pretty simple-ish. But there it is. And, of course, recipe card, blog, 11 a.m. Central, which is in 1 minute. You will be able to access all the measurements. Also, the measurements are not only here. Just if you scroll down to the bottom of the blog past the pictures, not past, under the pictures, I have the measurements. Past the pictures, I have the supply list, just the supply list there on the blog. Or you can click on the links that take you to these recipe cards as well. You can print those. Those are from mystampinstuff.com, is where we have a system to create these super easy. I have training videos on how to create them, all the stuff. But it's also an inventory website where you can keep track of what you own from Stampin' Up, what you don't own, what you want. You can create all the lists there. on that website of all the stuff. Yeah, everything. Oh, and I have this other sample to show y'all. So these are the 3 cards I just made. It's my monthly card class. $20 free with a $20 order. You can come attend in person Saturday. It's just first come on the RSVPs. Comment on this video to have a chance to win these 3 cards I made today. And let me show you these other samples. So I already showed these 3. I think, or maybe I didn't. Yeah, I already showed these 3 from Autumn Expressions. And then this was another project that we made at Bingo with Autumn Expressions. I have these frames over in my Amazon store. Go to stamptherapist.com, click Amazon, go to the store, click Jennifer's Favorites. But this is a great way to make that designer paper shine. Just pick a designer paper from the packet, put it in there, and barely decorate it. These leaves are just floating in here, so they will move around, and they kind of static wherever they want, which I thought was cool. That was April McCrite's idea on that part. Of course, once you hang it on the wall, it's wherever they are, but that's those golden woven leaves. So there's some ideas with Autumn Expressions and the Splendid Autumn Designer Paper. These are the cards I made today. Let me know what y'all think. Last week was a 3-hour video. Today, only my normal 2 hours. Thank you, Robin. Excited for card class. Yes. Robin will be there in person if y'all want to meet Robin. Tommy, thank you. Cindy, thank you. Tyra, thanks. Corinne, thanks. Mildred, good morning. I think I said hi, Mildred. Thank you, Tyra, on the pumpkins. Yes. Awesome. Well, everyone, I hope y'all have a great day and week. I should be back next Thursday, same time and place, 9 a.m. Central, right here doing something else. Don't know what yet, but yeah, I guess I will let you go and have a great one. Thank you, Sherry. Thanks, Sandy. Thank you, Lori. Yes, your morning fun. I love it. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.